Welcome to Empowerment Echoes, the podcast where voices resonate to transform lives and inspire change. Shanie Salmon Godfrey, award-winning life and business coach, brings stories, insights, and conversations that echo through our lives, sparking growth and productivity. Every episode, we'll dive into the depths of personal development, mental health, and societal shifts, reflecting on experiences that connect us all. Join Empowerment Echo as we amplify voices that need to be heard, sharing wisdom that reverberates long after you've listened. Let's begin our journey together, transforming echoes into empowering waves of change.
Welcome to another episode of Empowerment Echoes. I'm your host, Shanie Salmon Godfrey, and today we're diving into the fascination of the powerful topic that can transform our approach to how we achieve our goals and everyday life, and that's motivation. Specifically, we're going to explore the differences between intrinsic and extrinsic motivation and how understanding these can better help us to unlock our driving force to achieve anything that we set our mind to. Whether you're going to try to boost your productivity, stay commitment to a workout routine, or pursue a passion project, knowing what motivates you is key. Let's dive in. So there are a few parts that we're gonna be talking about, and that's gonna be understanding motivation. What is intrinsic motivation? The benefits of intrinsic motivation. What is extrinsic motivation? And the benefits of extrinsic motivation, and the pros and cons between both. So let's dive on in with our understanding of motivation. So before we can dive deep into the different types of motivation, let's talk about what motivation actually is. In the simplest term, motivation is the process that initiates, guide, and sustain goal-oriented behavior. It is the internal or external forces that drives us to take action, but not all motivation is created equal. Yes, I said that right. And understanding the nuances can make a big difference in how we effectively pursue our goals. Now let's talk about intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation is doing something because it's inherently interesting or enjoyable. That can be working out, running a marathon, writing a book, whatever it is. It is the internal drive to perform an activity for its own sake rather than for some other to spare consequences, right? Think about it as the last time you did something purely because it brought you joy or fulfillment without expecting a reward or recognition from anyone. That's intrinsic motivation. It is your internal driving force. An example of intrinsic motivation can be learning a new skills, learning to speak another language because you genuinely is interested in speaking another language, exercising because it makes you feel so good, and not just to lose weight or how you look in the mirror, but just because you feel good. Reading a book because you enjoy the story, not because you need to write a report or you need to do a project. You just want to read the book. So the benefit of intrinsic motivation is sustained engagement, right? And it's higher quality of performance. Activities that are driven by intrinsic motivation tend to keep us more engaged longer because it's something that's internal. That's between you and God, right? You and him. So external factors don't affect your motivation because it's what you want to do this. You enjoy doing this. Higher quality of performance come from you're more likely to perform because you are truly invested in the activity, and you get greater satisfaction because it often leads to a deeper sense of satisfaction and fulfillment as it aligns with your personal values and interests. You are not forced to do it. You're doing it because you just truly, genuinely want to do it. You enjoy doing it. Now, extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, is motivation that involves performing an activity to earn a reward or avoid punishment. Like a lot of people in school or in their career or with their parents, they tend to be more intrinsically motivated because they don't want to disappoint someone or to avoid punishment or even lose their job, right? This type of motivation is driven by external factors rather than personal enjoyment or interest in the task itself. While while it might seem less pure than intrinsic motivation is incredibly powerful and can be very effective in many situations. Here's a few of them. Working extra hours to earn a bonus or a promotion, studying for an exam to get a good grade or avoid failing, completing chores to receive an allowance or avoid being grounded. Now, here's the benefit of intrinsic motivation. Yes, there is a benefit, right? It's not people pleasing. There is a benefit if you know how to tap into this. So effective for short-term goal. Intrinsic motivation particularly is effective in motivating people to complete short-term goals or when learning new skills that might not be enjoyable at first, right? Provide immediate feedback. External rewards provide clear feedback on progress, which can be motivating and help individuals stay on track. It's useful in structured environment. Extrinsic motivation can help maintain order and encourage compliance in structured setting like your workplace, school, or on a team. Here's the pros and cons for intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. It's important to understand that neither is inherently better than the other. Instead, they serve different purposes and can complement each other to help you complete your goals, right? The pros of intrinsic motivation: it leads to long-term engagement and commitment, promotes creativity and problem solving, foster personal growth and self-satisfaction. For example, if you start your fitness journey or you want to learn a new skills, being intrinsically motivating is beneficial to you because you are not looking for external validation or any external reward, so you can sustain that more long term versus you're working out just to get your partner, your spouse, or someone to feel more comfortable with you, how you look. That's not sustainable long term, right? It can lead to, now here's some cons of intrinsic motivation. It can be challenging to sustain without initial interest, may not be effective for tasks that are not inherently enjoyable, and lack immediate reward, which can lead to procrastination. Now, extrinsic motivation, it's very powerful. You always hear celebrate your small wins, right? This is intrinsic motivation, effective for completing routines or less enjoyable tasks. For example, if you have to finish that paper, extrinsic motivation can be, when I'm finished with my paper, I am going to buy this, or I'm going to go take myself out for coffee, or I'm going to go do something that's enjoyable. That reward at the end will be that intrinsic motivation to get you through something that's not as enjoyable, right? It provides clear incentives and deadline, which can improve focus, and it's useful in goal setting and structured environment. Now, here is some cons of intrinsic motivation. It can lead to burnout if over-relied on, right? If you over-relied upon it, it can lead to burnout. It can reduce intrinsic interest in activity over time. The over-justification effect, right, might encourage a means to an end mentality rather than fostering genuine engagement. And nobody want to live a life of always scrapping means to an end. You want to actually enjoy that life, be in the moment. So finding the right balance is key here. Maximizing your motivation is finding the right balance between your intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Here are some strategies that can help, because that's why we're here, right? Here's how you find a balance. Combine both types of motivation. Use intrinsic reward to get you started on tasks that you initially don't like. It's not enjoyable. Over time, as you become more proficient, you might find intrinsic motivation more developing, right? Set personal goals, even if extrinsically motivated. In those situations, try to set personal goals that are meaningful to you. For example, if you're working on earning a bonus, also focus on how this work contributes to your personal growth or learning. That will help you to sustain that long term, enjoy it more, right? Reflect on your interests. Spend time identifying what activities genuinely interest you and fulfilling to you. Find ways to incorporate more of these into your daily routine to boost your intrinsic motivation. Reward yourself. Yes, but do it with wisdom, y'all. Use reward wisely to avoid diminishing intrinsic interest. Opt for non-material rewards that acknowledge effort and improvement, like verbal praise or external leisure time, right? Go for a long walk. When I'm done with this, I'm going to go for a long walk. I'm going to something that is not so much of buying something all the time, right? Create a supportive environment. Surround yourself with people and resources that support both intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Having a positive environment can encourage you to pursue both types of goals effectively. Do not surround yourself with toxic people. That is going to pull you down. If you find yourself around those people, remove those people from your life, okay? Y'all know my favorite time, right? Story time. Y'all know I love a good story. Remember, send me your story. You want me to feature your story? Send me your story. I love a good story. Y'all know we love story time around here. So, real life story of intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Y'all, we know we got 3. Y'all want me to do more than 3? Send me more stories. Okay, so we have Alex, and Alex has a career goal. He's career driven. He wants career growth. Alex initially took on extra projects at work to earn promotion. Intrinsic motivation. Over time, he discovered a genuine passion for the project management and became so engulfed in it that he began to take on new challenges because he enjoyed the work itself. Now that's intrinsic motivation. You see how he go from extrinsic, I want a promotion, to intrinsic, wow, I really love this, right? Jenny's fitness journey. Y'all know Jenny started working out to lose weight for an upcoming event. Intrinsic motivation. Jenny didn't like to sweat, but Jenny wanted to lose weight for that event. As she became more fit and experienced the mental benefit of exercise, she found more focus and more clarity at work. Guess what Jenny did, y'all? She continued to work out because she loved how it made her feel. Intrinsic motivation. She did it for the dress. Now she doing it for the peace. She doing it for the mental health. Now what a win, right? Sam, he had a learning experience. Sam began to learn Spanish to get higher grade in his language class. See that? Extrinsic. He wants to learn Spanish so he can pass this class with flying colors. Show off a little bit, right? As he immersed himself in the culture and enjoyed learning about it, guess what? He became so motivated to learn this language that he enjoyed learning and understand it, that he didn't just do it for the grade. He started to do it genuinely to learn the culture and to be fluent in the language. Intrinsic motivation. You see how they're winning, y'all? When we learn how to use these psychological principles, we will learn how to pivot to the next level in our life, regardless of what factors, right? Some of my goals, I take them on extrinsically because I don't want any external factors that is going to derail my progress, right? If I have a falling out with someone or the weather change, whatever it is, I don't want it to affect what I have going on. So some things I attach an intrinsic motivation to, some things is external, right? To get started, that fitness run, remember that fitness journey, do the run that you can do, not the run that you want to do. Sometimes you just got to do what you can do, right? I had to attach an extrinsic goal, an extrinsic motivation to that, right? I am going to start and I'm going to reward myself with this, right? Whether it's buying a new running shoe or buying some new outfits, some cute ones that motivate me to get dressed up, right? You know, when you look good, you feel good. No, just me. Okay. So that was an extrinsic motivation, and getting dressed up in a new outfit that got me up for a few days, right? And then by starting to do the runs that I can do and allow my body to just flow and go with the flow, right? Then it became, wow, I feel great. Wow, I'm less stressed today. Wow, the day seems like it went by a little faster, right? And with that, it became more extrinsic because now I feel good, but it started extrinsic where I need to reward myself to get started, to get my get up and go, to get up and, go. So applying motivational strategies in your life can help you to identify your motivators, which take time to understand what motivates you both intrinsically and extrinsically. Write them down. Write down what drives you into different areas of your life, work, health, personal growth, and reflect on how these motivation can be balanced. Balance is the key with everything that you do. Set clear goals. Use the SMART goal setting framework, right? We talked about that. Go back to that episode. Listen to it. Go and apply those principles. Set set both short-term extrinsic and long-term intrinsic goal. You see what I did there? Short-term extrinsic because it's not sustainable long-term. Right? Intrinsic, long-term. This can help you to stay motivated through both types of motivation, right? Both types. You can use both to help you to stay motivated throughout your goal process, right? Reward yourself thoroughly. When using extrinsic motivation, make sure they are meaningful and appropriate. Avoid rewarding yourself for small achievement, as this can reduce intrinsic interest. Listen, waking up in the morning and put on your shoes. That's great, right? But let's not throw a party here. We actually have to leave the house and go do it. And when we get back, now we throw a party because we actually finished what we started. The goal was to get out the door, do that walk that you want to do, right? And you finish that. Now reward yourself for finishing that. Don't reward yourself for putting on the shoes and then you might take it off, right? How much time we get dressed to go out and go do something, or to go for a walk, go for a run, and we take the shoes off, put it down, go back and lie down, right? Why would I reward myself for putting on my shoes, right? But we will reward ourselves when we finish that walk. That's a win, y'all. We celebrate that, right? And engage in enjoyable activity. Make time for activities that you genuinely enjoy, that align with your personal interests and values, y'all. This will naturally boost your intrinsic motivation. Let's do some things we like. Let's stop doing things that we don't like because the people around us, the squad, the troops, the whatever you want to call them, the sisterhood, the brotherhood is doing it. It's what's cool for that season. Y'all know I got stories for y'all for days, right? I got a quick one. Let me give you this other point and I'll give you a quick story, and then I think I'm going to do a segment on that because I think that is an important lesson that I've learned, and I'll fill you in. So stay flexible and reflective. We talk about being flexible, right? Be open to change your approach if you find a need for it, right? If you find that certain motivators is no longer effective, change them. Reflect on these regularly and make adjustments as needed. Now let me tell you about the story time. So there was a season in my life when I was scaling my business, and then the people around me, they were all doing things a certain way, and I found myself aligning with those things. And years later, I look at it, I'm like, that was not smart of me. Neither was it sustainable. I wasn't doing it because I enjoy it. I wasn't doing it because that's what fueled me up and set my passion on fire and make me want to get up and go do it, right? And I noticed that on the flip side too. I started podcasting. Everybody started podcasting. You know that thing where you feel like, wow, nobody was doing it till I start doing it. Now everybody's doing it. It's like nobody had this car until I bought it. Now I see it everywhere. Yes. The same effect, right? Same effect. Same principles here. So here's what happened. I found myself doing things and I genuinely sick to my stomach every time I had to do those things. Did it contribute to my business growth and my personal growth and my personal development? No, not significantly. Minute. Un poquito. That's the goal, y'all. I'm going to drop y'all little tidbits as I get better. Okay, so very, very small contribution. And I put so much effort into it and I really didn't enjoy it, right? And when I started to assess, and I'm like, why did I even started this service? Why did I even started this project? Why didn't I even do these things? The people around me. Don't do things that you don't enjoy because of the people around you. Do things that set your passion on fire, fuel you up, make you feel like you can conquer the world, because you can. You can do all things that you put your mind to. With God, everything is possible. So you are your only limitation. Don't do things that is popular in your squad or the people around you or in your niche. Do things that you genuinely enjoy, because one thing about it, my business went up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, like I'm dribbling a basketball, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down, because I did it. When I got burned out because I didn't like it, guess what I did, y'all? I quit. And then I have to start it over again, right? Because your girl don't like to quit. So I have to keep going through the spin cycle until I'm like, halt, who goes there? This is not what we're doing in this season, okay? Let's cut away what we don't enjoy, what we didn't started because we wanted to anyway. We were influenced into it, and let's start doing things that we genuinely enjoy. All right. So as we wrap up this episode, remember that motivation is a complex and personal experience. Let me say that again. It's complicated, y'all, but guess what? It's personal. Okay? By understanding the differences between intrinsic and extrinsic motivation and finding the right balance, you can unlock your drive to achieve your goals and to live a more fulfilling life. So guess what? Here we are at the end of our episode. I know y'all gonna miss me because I am going to miss y'all too. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends and leave a review. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast for more insight on personal growth and achievement. We're gonna achieve our best self here. That's what we're doing. And because I am your favorite psychologist, y'all know I love me some y'all and y'all love y'all some me. Until next time, stay motivated and keep striving towards your goal.
Thank you for tuning into Empowerment Echoes, where every story shared is a ripple in the vast ocean of our collective consciousness. It's been an incredible journey today, and I hope you carry forward the echoes of empowerment we've shared. Remember, transformation begins with the smallest whisper and grows into a chorus of change. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube to continue the conversation and become part of our community. Join our Facebook group at Empowerment Echoes Hub. Until next time, let the echoes of empowerment resonate within you, inspiring change in your life and in the world around us.